Welcome to the video lecture series of Project Development and Resource Management. Course code MC301, Contact Hour 4, Credit 4. This is lecture 10. This is MTech course, MTech third semester, MTech in ECE third semester. Dr. Sunipa Roy, Head of the Department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. Module 2 consists of agreement on trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights. What is intellectual property? Importance of IPR, patent, types of patents, patentable inventions, application, registration of patents, who can apply, rights and duties of patentee, and infringement and remedies. This lesson is particularly deals with trade-related aspect of intellectual property rights. Agreement, that is TRIPS. This T, this R, this I, this P, and this R. So small abbreviated form is TRIPS. So let us introduce what is TRIPS. Intellectual property rights are the rights given to persons over the creations of their minds, and they usually give the creator an exclusive right over the use of his or her own creation for a certain period of time, and that period it is generally 15 years. So linkage between intellectual property right and trade can be explained broadly through the following points. First one is widespread piracy, counterfeiting, and infringements of intellectual property rights constituted a barrier to trade. IPR transfer agreement, and the objective of TRIPS is to reduce distortions and impediments to international trade and take into account the need to promote competent as well as adequate protection of IPRs. Secondly, to ensure that measures and procedures to enforce IPRs do not themselves become barrier to legitimate trade. Thirdly, to reduce tensions by reaching strengthened commitment to resolve disputes on trade-related IP issues through multilateral procedures. To establish a mutually supportive relationship between the World Trade Organization and World Intellectual Property Organization. So let us discuss types of IPRs. Copyright and related rights. Copyright grants exclusive rights to the creator of original scientific, artistic, and literary work. Original is key in defining a work that qualifies for copyright protection, and the countries to confine limitations or exceptions to exclusive rights to certain special cases which do not conflict with exploitation of the work and not prejudicial to right holder. So what is trademark? Trademark protects any word, name, logo, or device used to identify, distinguish, or indicate the source of goods or services. It includes trade dress and product configuration. The purpose is to safeguard the integrity of products and to prevent product confusion and unfair competition. The term of protection is also used in case of trademark. Initial registration and each renewal of registration of trademark shall be for a term of not less than 7 years. Geographical indications is another aspect. GIs are denominations These GI are denominations that identify a good as originating in a region or locality where the reputation and quality of good is essentially attributable to its geographical origin. For example, Darjeeling tea and Kolhapuri chappal all are the example of GI. TRIPS prohibits the use of GIs in such a way as to cause deception and provides for injunctive relief, refusal of trademark registration, etc. So exceptions such as countries are not obliged to bring a geographical indication under protection, where it has become a generic term for describing the product in question. Next aspect is industrial design. Protects the artistic aspect of an object instead of the technical features. So industrial design particularly related to the design or pattern or texture or shape. The term of protection is for the period of 10 years. Amount to this term allow the term to be divided into two periods. For example, two periods of 5 years. The third party is prohibited from making, selling, or importing articles bearing a design which is a copy of the protected design, when such acts are undertaken for commercial purposes. Exceptions are also there. If introduced, then such exceptions do not unreasonably conflict with the normal exploitation of protected industrial design and do not unreasonably prejudice the legitimate interests of the owner of the protected design. So patents is another aspect. The TRIPS agreement, actually this TRIPS agreement is applicable for all. The TRIPS agreement requires member countries to make patents available for any inventions, whether products or processes, in all fields of technology without discrimination, subject to novelty, inventiveness, and industrial applicability. Invention to be novel, useful, and non-obvious. The agreement allows countries to include inventions from patentability on following grounds. Inventions necessary to produce order public or morality, including to protect human, animal, or plant life or health, or to avoid serious prejudice to the environment. So licensing is compulsory for TRIPS. The term of protection for the period of 20 years counted from the filing date. Main feature of this agreement is standard is the agreement expresses minimum standards of protection, the subject matter to be protected, the minimum period of protection. Enforcement is provisions for domestic procedure and remedies for the enforcement of the IPRs, includes general principle applicable to IPR enforcement procedure apart from administrative, civil, and criminal procedure. Some dispute settlements are also there. The agreement further provides for the settlement of disputes over IPR among the member states within the parameters of dispute settlement procedure. So this is the conclusion. Highly innovative agreement and remains the most comprehensive international agreement on intellectual property till date, this TRIPS. Overall, it has worked well. However, it needs to continue to implement wide-ranging provisions, especially when it touches significant public policy questions. These are the references. If there is any question, feel free to ask me to this email ID. Thank you.